Hi guys, and welcome to Trading Card Talk. It is the videos you prefer when we have guests, as you can see. Big guy here, you have brought in big cards.
I have, yeah. I've brought these. I've hand-delivered these to get graded with you guys because, well, I wanted to see you mostly, but also it's nice to also be able to use the new Express Plus service available now on gradedgem.com.
Oh, yep. Loving the plugs.
Come on.
Love it. Keep plugging them.
I told you guys, I'm the new member, man. I'm the new intern. I would literally
volunteer,
bro. I would come here and just submit. I would input cards here just for the fun of it.
Okay, so if you want to start on next Monday, next Monday.
I think we can do that.
Podcast that day. Sorry.
Tuesday then.
Oh no, I'm got something to do. But no, I genuinely I just love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah. We love you too, bro.
Thank
we do.
you.
Yeah. So someone tells me you've made quite a big purchase.
Yeah.
It's, Skyridge. Does anyone know that set?
I've heard of it. Is that the one with the Guard of War and stuff on the front of the packs, Roaring Skies, like you called it earlier?
Oh yeah. Oh no, I actually did. I was like, oh yeah, you can get a Skyridge box now for like 200-ish, and they were like, what? Wait, I meant
where's my debit card? Yeah.
We can buy like 10 cases.
But you guys should have seen like the big videos on your Randolph Pokemon channel. So guys, if you're not there, then why are you here? But obviously you've done big reacts with the Sideman, reacts with KSI.
Yeah.
Which got a lot of views.
KSI tries to steal my Charizard.
Yeah. He also kissed one of your cards, didn't he?
Yeah. You know actually what I was gonna do? People were suggesting me to list that on eBay and do a video on how much it sells for. But I know if you do that, put it in a video.
It's not the complete set though.
True. Then that, but also people will then bid too much, and you get your account banned.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is, if I do that, I'm not saying I will.
do.
If I do that, what I'll do is I'll list it and not tell anybody.
Yeah.
And just see how much it actually would go for.
Would you list it as like KSI kissed this card?
Yeah, I list it as Ladybird in brackets KSI kissed it.
It could go for so much though. It could go for more than the PSA 10 version.
It wouldn't, because like I said in the video, people do care about KSI, but not in the Pokemon community.
I thought he was gonna say you don't then.
Oh, no, I of course do, but I don't think anyone who does care about KSI would want to buy a Ladybird.
Yeah.
I don't know. The fans are weird, right? Like
sure.
He kissed it. Therefore, if I hold it against me, he kissed me.
Yeah.
There'll be someone.
Yeah, for sure. There'll be some weirdo out there.
So maybe
Simon.
You got all your money back. Just by selling that one card. You could do that.
That's how it works. That's how the KSI... you need to do a video. You guys got the Charizard tax. I've got the KSI tax. Any video with KSI, just, boom.
Just pass them over. Yeah, kiss this one, kiss this one.
Yeah.
That worked.
Oh, can you imagine how weird that'd be? Like, you see them stations where people sign their cards, like, then they're just, like, but you've just got someone going...
yeah.
Like putting on Vaseline or lipstick or something.
You got a Rita and you just got KSI just kissing the cards or sniffing them, smelling the card. To be fair, to him, Pokemon cards do smell nice.
You've said this before, and every time
fresh pack ones. Yeah, they're good.
Open a pack and just have a smell. Not the vintage stuff. The vintage stuff smells horrible, and depending on who you buy it from as well.
Yeah,
smoke.
Yeah, I've never. I don't really sniff packs. I'll be honest. No, I've never snorted a card. Which sounds weird.
I don't think anyone in the world has. Actually snorted a card. Anyway, what's this video?
So this video is about your purchase.
Yeah.
So should we have a quick look at what we've got to offer?
Boom!
Look at those.
Jeez. So we got the. I bought the whole set. For those who haven't seen it, I bought the whole set from eBay, including the reverse holds as well. So it's like a 350 card set.
Woo!
That's
pretty big.
This is one of my favorite sets of all time because I remember being a kid and I literally remember being like going to my Pokemon club every Tuesday. Our neighbor ran a Pokemon club. That's how we got most of our cards. He was like a Pokemon professor type thing, distributor. So we got a lot. To buy a box, we just went next door.
Was he Professor Oak?
He was Professor Russell.
That's not a name of a tree.
No, it's not.
Though
actually.
Leaves Russell.
They do. So it's related. So instead of going to the shop, and you couldn't really buy booster boxes back then.
No.
For especially casual. We would never as kids go and buy a booster box.
Yeah, retail you couldn't do that.
Just get a pack, yeah. So we would go to my neighbor and just buy boxes from him. And my mum got addicted to it. That's how I've got all my cards as a kid. What 6-year-old has a full first edition Neo Genesis set?
A rich 6-year-old usually.
It's my mum. It's my mum. It's however old she was when she was buying these cards. But one set that I used to buy when it was my time. So me and my brothers collected pretty much the same sets, apart from Neo Genesis. That was just me.
Yeah.
Skyridge, he was off at uni, not even bothered about Pokemon. I was still going to the club each week. So I was 9 years old, and I would go and buy a pack each week and just get Skyridge. And I can remember I used to have the reverse Charizard, the reverse Charizard in my collection.
Yeah.
And when I got back into Pokemon after Pokemon Go a few years ago, I went and graded that card. you know, and then it's always been like a set that's attached to me. So when someone posted this full set, I was like, okay, let me have a look at it. And it was like an eBay listing. It had like 30 minutes to go, and I'm not a very good person at. If this set had like a day to go, I would probably have put it on my watch list, and I would have just overslept and I would have missed it. But because I was there 30 minutes, I'm like, this is one of the best, like one of the most sought after sets of all time, one of my favorite sets of all time. I've got 30 minutes to go.
Bid.
I'm like, I got to bid on it now. I got to get in on this. So I was there bidding on loads of this guy's sets, lost them. I got Neo Genesis, lost all the rest, and every time I lost one, like Aquapolis, I would put extra like 1,000 on my max bid of this set. I was like, I've got to get one of these sets, man. Like, I want one, and this is the one I wanted the most. And
this was probably the biggest, right? Though this is probably the biggest in terms of the purchase price.
Yeah.
Because you've got some solid cards in there, loads of holo foils, the full master set as well with the
How
reverses.
much did you pay?
So I paid 11.7 thousand, so 11,700.
Yeah, which in Great British pounds is like $1 million, I think, at this rate. The exchange rate keeps going up, so
yeah,
it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But that is an expensive purchase. Like, you can't take that lightly.
No like, I mean, when I came back into the hobby, you guys, well, obviously I collected cards as a kid. I've always played Pokemon. Every single game I played it. I've played Pokemon more than I've like had an interest in the card game. So I've always been like a Pokemon fan, like a big into it. And it was when like Pokemon Go happened that I started looking. Oh, have I got any rare cards? Actually, maybe I have. You know, so I'm looking at the value and stuff. So the cards that at the time I come back into it in Pokemon Go, I didn't have any money. I had like no income, very small income. I was just doing like some stuff on the side for companies, and that's why I ended up selling my cards. And I wasn't in a position to buy like high end cards.
Yeah.
So at the point now where I've like been really fortunate with my YouTube and my music stuff, I'm now like in a position where I can see a set. I can actually be like, instead of watching that go on eBay, I can actually be a part of it.
Yeah.
And I think in that sense, I just wanted to buy like a full set of like one of my favorite sets. I thought it was a really cool thing to do. And also, this wasn't an investment purchase. Like, I wasn't buying it to like sit on, to flip or anything like that. I'm buying it literally because I want these cards. Like I said, I had the Charizard reverse holo when I was a kid. I want it back. You know, I want the other cards. I love the holos. I actually started collecting some of the holos when I came back into Pokemon in like 2016. I got like the RK9 and like PSA 9 stuff.
How was it like dropping that much on raw cards? So I'll be honest, I've spent lots of money on raw cards. I've never spent 12k in one purchase, like,
and especially not in like 2020.
Nah,
like,
definitely
you could do it back in the day. Like, you would have known, and like you could, it wouldn't be as much, and also it wouldn't be as much of a risk.
Yeah, because you could diversify your sets. You could buy a bit of promos here, a bit of sets here, different holos. But like dropping that on one big set, a 6 set, but still, that must have been a bit.
Yeah. And looking at the cards on eBay nowadays, they're all bad. You never see like a good card on eBay anymore. It just doesn't exist.
Well, you can buy like a good car for that much money.
It's like a house deposit for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I was saying this to Laura as well. Like, first of all, I want it in my collection. That's the most thing. Like, even though some of these cards I know I'm not gonna get. Like, some have got a crease in. Like, I think one of the is it the Gyarados, which is one of the best cards in the set as a holo. He's not in order anymore. Yeah, it has like a it has an absolute crease in it. I'll show you. You can't see it here. If you go close, or someone will see it's like a crease here, like a bend.
It's a lovely swirl.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I looked at this first. I was like, oh, it's got a crease in it. Even though it has that, I'm still gonna send it with you guys. And I'm still gonna get it graded because I want this as a collector's piece. But also, I'm looking at obviously. This has a value. It's a £12,000 purchase. I can't make a £12,000 purchase just because I want something.
No, of course.
Like, whatever it is, whether it's a car, house, a watch, whatever you want, you have to realize the value side of it, and you have to make a decision. Is it going to go down or is it going to go up? If it goes down, are you happy with it if it goes down? And that's why I count it more of as like a collector's piece, because if it does go down, I'll be as happy as I was because I've got this set.
Yeah,
that I've always wanted. And obviously, I always think the value of like collectibles is dependent on me, right? Like, if someone wants it, I'll give my price for it. And if someone doesn't want it, I want it. So it's worth whatever I care about it. So I think I just wanted it in general. But to answer your question in terms of what was it like spending on raw cards, I think it was the quality.
Yeah.
Like, you could see from the pictures and the way he put it, the way he presented the cards, you just kind of knew that you were getting somebody who is proud of these cards.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a flipper. He wasn't he loves cards and he collected them in a binder. He even said in the description, he's like, the reason I haven't graded these is because I enjoy looking at them. And there's still a lot of people out there who do enjoy binder sets.
I would say most people. Most people collect cards raw. I think it's almost impossible now with Sky Region. I
still think Pokemon cards look better not in a sleeve, not in a grade fit, not in a top loader, not in a binder, just like the actual card, or not even in a PSA case. Like, I know that we PSA grade, but that's more to like determine what it is in terms of quality.
Yeah,
I think they look
and the,
better, like raw.
Of course,
they just look so sick.
That's the way they're produced. Though,
yeah,
isn't
exactly.
It? You'd be disappointed if they didn't look their best in their raw form.
But then again, if you kept that card without the sleeve, it's worthless now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Wouldn't advise it.
And it wouldn't look good anymore.
No,
yeah.
So for those 5 minutes,
until
it deteriorates, turns into dust. Yeah, that's great.
So I think I looked at the condition. Like he put he didn't show pictures of every card in the set. He showed pictures of the crystals, the hollows, and the reverse hollows, and he showed the backs on every single card.
Okay, so that's pretty good.
He would have the photo of the binder, and then he would side loading as well. It was a good binder. It wasn't the regular binder you see.
Yeah.
So he would take all the cards out, put them upside down, back to front.
Yeah.
Put them in again, take photos of. So I could see the cards; they were in good condition. In the way he had a description, the way he listed all 13 of his first ever WotC sets, I was like, okay, this is not a guy who's flipping buying to sell. He's literally selling his collection.
Yeah.
And as another collector, I know I kept my cards in good condition, and if I were to sell all 13 of my sets on eBay with no reserve on auction, I am gonna be, it's something I love.
I think you pay quite a decent amount, right, to list that as well. Like, didn't more than like 5 photos start costing money?
Yeah.
So he's already invested in kind of just making the listing, like, so you can see it there.
I think we forget like the beneficiaries outside of graded cards because we're a graded gem. And we're all about PSA cards.
Yeah.
Like they've benefited so much from the raw card value. Like he would have just had them locked up for 5-6 years.
Literally.
He's put them on an auction. He's been
probably
like,
more than that.
12K. Yeah, he could have been. Yeah, easy.
These are 20 years old as cards.
Yeah.
So nearly 20 years. Like, he could have had them forever.
Yeah. I mean, he sold, like I said, every set. This is Scarage is 13, right? If you go in order.
Yeah.
He sold 1 to 13 in all ending at the same time.
Which is mental.
Yeah, like
because as like people like you might have wanted multiple. Yeah. But what about if you couldn't afford more than multiple?
I tried to.
Yeah,
I actually tried to get that. I just couldn't do it. I didn't win. I thought I was focused on this one, so I wasn't putting in the price that I maybe would have if I was focused on the other sets. And again, I think I bid more on this one because I wanted it. I was like, so I'll tell you the bid. I put in. I think when I saw it, it was like $4,000. I was like, it's obviously not gonna land.
Half an hour left as well.
So I'm in on $4,000.
Really?
So I put in £9,500, and then Laura was like, that's ridiculous. Look, I was I had full permission from my wife Laura. She was there with me. Our hearts were going. It was like, it was insane. I put it at 9.5. Every time I lost another one, I was like, you know what? I don't want that to happen with this set. Maybe I could lose a certain set. Okay, it's not my favorite set. My favorite set, I want to make sure I get this one, So I add more. I think in the end, I put 13,000 as my like max bid.
Yeah.
That's how I would go. And I wasn't even confident on that.
Yeah.
I thought it might go. I could easily see it going ahead of that. So when it went on 11.7, I was like, oh my god, I've just spent that. But I was like, it's not that. So, But I think to answer your question earlier, like about the investing side of things, I could invest in like a house. Car, well, maybe certain cars.
Yeah.
Not very many cars. So all these other things, stocks, shares, but I don't know anything as well as I know Pokemon.
Yeah.
I know these cards, and also I love these cards. So it's like it's an easy decision for me to make if I have the funds available.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what happens to them first and foremost, and I know these cards are sought after.
But you have a keen interest in it as well. Like if you're buying Apple stocks, Apple's cool and everything, but 12K is not going to get you much. Whereas with these, you've got a keen interest. You said all this sentimentality.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, picking up the Skyridge packs,
for sure.
Like that is so much more intriguing and interesting to you.
Yeah.
Like who cares about stocks and shares and stuff?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
That's more of like that's more of like a sure way thing to kind of like secure yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is more of like I just want a card. I don't want like a stock.
Nah.
I want a Charizard.
Yeah.
So you're not going to go
you
to
can't show off a
Apple.
stock.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares
you
about
can't stick a stock on the shelf. Well, you probably can, like little note posted that said I own some stocks.
Yeah.
But like you can't stick a PSA whatever on there.
I'm being honest. Like if these cards as well, they actually are in really great shape. Like some of the hollows aren't as he listed it as near mint. To be fair, I think I moaned a little bit in my submission when I was looking through the hollows that some aren't mint. But then I realized on the way here, he didn't actually list it as mint. He listed it as near mint. So that's on me. Yeah. But like some of these crystals are like really great. Like if I pay 11.7, right, and that would get a 10. Not saying it will. If that got a 10, that's like 7. So like already you've kind of like made up a lot of.
There's that $4,000 that it was originally at half an hour before the
exactly.
Ended,
Yeah. I know. So like, and then I'm thinking I've got 300 cards in here. Most cards in Scarage are gradable, right? Like you've got the crystals, the holos, the reverse holos of the holos, and even the reverse holos of some like say the Pikachu, or like some of the commons could be decent. So I'm thinking like if I graded all of these, I'm pretty sure I would get to a point where I'm over.
Yeah, well, it works out to £40 a card, right?
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah,
something around that. They're going to sell for more than £40 a card.
Yeah,
even if they're like PSA 5 and 6, they're probably going to sell for more than like £40.
Yeah,
for like the cooler Pokemon.
I think it was a good purchase anyway. Like we've had a look through the cards, the holos. I did mention to Tom on the way here. I was like, "What happens if
on the way here? We live here."
Oh, sorry.
On my way here,
he went to go pick him up, and I was like, "Oh, what if they're absolutely rubbish?" But to be fair, looking over them, they're not. Like, well, if he said that's near mint, I would say he's been generous there.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say that's good.
If we switch to the top down a little bit, I mean, we can see this is the Crystal Charizard holographic.
Yeah,
you guys can see that there. That is quite a clean card. Like, even on my standards, that's quite clean.
You grade harshly, right? Yeah.
I'm the worst for it, man. I am so harsh.
So this card has like the tiniest of like factory nick in like one of the corners, and I've seen cards that have that nick go for 10s like every day. You know, I've seen a lot of them. Obviously, what PSA do that we don't often is their surface, like the hairline scratches, like all this stuff we can't see. They'll find those, and obviously on a crystal card, there's a lot of potential to scratch. But you never know. I mean, even like say even in a 9, even in an 8, add them all up. You know, it's happy. And at the end of the day, I've got a Scourge set which I want. You know, so it's sick.
Well, not many other people have this set. Like even old school collectors, how many people have a Skyridge set? Not many. I know I don't.
Well, people didn't collect it as well, did they?
Yeah,
like, back in the day, like Skyridge, everyone was like, cool. Yeah,
people were getting bored. Like my brother, who was hardcore into the first set, doesn't even know what this is probably.
Yeah.
So you know, it's a very. I think it's still a very undervalued set and remember, like the story of Scourge is that it got cut, right?
Yeah.
Because Pokemon took the license away and just produced it themselves. So that in its own is like a nice little bit of history.
Well, it's the end of an era, isn't it?
Exactly, and that,
yeah.
Well, it's diminishing of Pokemon. I mean, if you guys remember, you said your brother left the hobby.
Yeah.
I think lots of people did at this point.
Yeah.
Like when after Neo Destiny, I think loads of people just turned off. Yeah. Expedition was a bit boring. Aquapolis was a bit boring, and some people found this a bit boring.
Yeah.
But now you're coming back into it, and there's not much supply there. People want it. They desire it.
And a side note, have you seen the sales of Pokemon games? So the Sword and Shield, don't quote me directly, maybe you might have to put a graphic on here. I'm pretty sure like it's like the 3rd highest selling game ever.
Ooh.
Sword and Shield, and it's about it can catch up Gold, Silver.
Whew.
So if you look at it in that perspective,
Gold, Silver, Crystal still my favorite games.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like Sword and Shield is like known as it's not as I'll say I'm a big fan of it. But it's not as good as the originals.
Yeah,
but it's selling more.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
Pokemon as a whole, you gotta look at Pokemon Go as well.
Yeah,
I would love to know the numbers about like behind in terms of revenue. But I'm pretty sure that game probably makes more than.
What
the
would you say
game.
The best Pokemon game is? Like the best, not your favorite, but the best. I'm gonna say Black 2, White 2.
Yeah, that is a great game.
They're fantastic. The storylines in that are like they're written well. There's lots of gameplay.
Black and White were not nowhere near as good because that was one of the first generations where they didn't allow you to use other Pokemon. It was just Black and White.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Pokedex of that and put it side by side with Gen 1, it's just copies.
It's
a copy, but it's like a different design. So they tried that and didn't really work, and then Black 2, White 2 just brings everything back together. Yeah. Mad. I need to play those games more because I was at uni then.
They're
so
fantastic.
For example, the Prime cards, like I have never played up until now on my YouTube channel this year. I've never played Soul Silver or Heart Gold ever. I've played the originals, but never played that. So I've never seen a Prime before. Like I packed one, and I thought it's like their version of the Holo. I didn't know it was like a GX type or Prime type card. Just put it to the side. It's like literally collecting dust in my room. So I don't know. I don't know those eras. But what I do know is I know Skyridge and stuff like that in the originals. But also now I know Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Sun and Moon, and I think a lot of other people are going to be like that. So that's why I think a lot of people who dismiss like modern should maybe like appreciate it more of what it is now.
Yeah.
Because Pokemon is, I think it's the highest
Peak.
it's ever been.
It
was never this big. Like even at its craze, it was not this big.
No, you see it all the time with the games, though, don't you? You've got all the Gen 1ers.
Yeah.
They're like, if it's not the original 151, we don't care.
Yeah.
Like, but they're just saying it just to be cool.
Yeah.
And like you're like, oh, I'm a hipster. I was there before it's cool, but Pokemon was still cool, and Pokemon is even more cool now. Like, get over yourself, guys.
Yeah, and
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying like these cards are better than the old ones, or I'm not saying these cards are like more investable than the old ones. I'm just saying like Charizard still exists. In the new game. So like that's why you see so much hype around Sun and Moon, the Hidden Fates Charizard, and then the new VMAX is coming out.
Yeah.
Because it's still going. Like, and I don't think companies don't stop, right? Like a lot of companies don't. But like, right, we're done now.
Yeah. So, why would they do that?
If you want to buy some of the new set, where do you go?
You go Pokerand.net. Let's go. Pokey Rand, as in like poke Rand, R-A-N-D.
Oh yeah, poke Rand.
No, Pokey Rand. Yeah. But it's spelled like poke without the. Yeah. But nah, yeah, for sure, the new stuff.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But like, for example, like we was talking about the new sets, how much I'm enjoying the new sets. This will never be back in print.
Not ever.
Even
never
if Pokemon decide to like reprint, say,
Crystals.
Yeah, it just won't happen. If they do it, they're gonna do it in the style of Evolutions
Or Shiny Legends.
Yeah. So I mean, like, just for that alone, like, it's just not many around. So grab it.
Yeah, man, it's a super exciting purchase. Like, obviously, we're happy that you got it, and we're super happy that you graded it for us. You know, giving us some promo.
Come on, always.
But like, I can't imagine how gassed you must have been when it come through. Yeah. You've won this auction.
Yeah. And the fact that Laura was like excited with me.
Yeah.
That's what made me like. I said to her, I was like, if this is like, first of all, too much, let me know. But also, if like you don't think I should get this, just let me know. And I think even Laura, who has like a very limited knowledge. I mean, the new stuff, she's like a wizard.
Well, she's Pokemon Go fanatic, right?
Pokemon Go fanatic now as well. But obviously, she was not collecting Scourge as a kid.
She was not around.
No, so like even she understood like this is a.
Yeah.
You know, I told my mum, I was like, oh, but I just bought a Scourge set, or I was about to buy it. She's like, whoa, 'cause she knows Scourge. We used to have packs, you know. So I got the set, man.
That is nuts, man.
But I do have to slow down now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nah.
Once all the new sets, the modern sets come out, and I sell a few more of those that have like some invested in like pre-orders. I'll be back in the market. You know.
So guys, buy stuff so he can buy more stuff and we can grade more stuff, and you know, it's just a cycle of Pokemon cards, isn't it?
Yeah. And I don't know, like I think a few. Also, I was gonna explain. A lot of people they'll see me post like this with like say JJ, or I bought like a $15,000 set. I didn't buy this set to film. I didn't buy it to make a YouTube video of it. Obviously, I've got a channel where I post YouTube videos of Pokemon. So if I do buy something, I'm most likely going to put it on. Especially if it's an expensive one, I can get a few more clicks.
Yeah, of course,
win-win. But it's not a set that I've bought just for that reason.
All you're doing is sharing your experience on your collection journey, right? All you're doing is sharing the cards you've purchased.
Yeah,
and like that's no different if you're 100k subscribers or you got 50.
Yeah.
All you're doing is sharing what you've purchased, what you graded.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter one way or the other.
Yeah. And that JJ video is like amazing, isn't it? Like that actual.
It's so weird.
It's just such a good video.
Yeah.
Like, even people who don't understand what Pokemon is, they understood the concept of the video.
Yeah.
Because also I said this is my $15,000 purchase.
Yeah.
Translate it from GBP to USD. If I didn't say that, they wouldn't care. If I said like, oh, JJ's gonna come look at my Scourge set, no one's gonna know what I'm talking about. So you put the price in there, you let people know this is a hype set for me. This is a really like desirable set for me. It's a very expensive set as well.
Yeah.
So that when JJ's touching the cards, they're like, oh my god, why is he doing that?
What is he doing?
You know?
Yeah.
It's cool as well to see someone who like. I don't think this kind of money would even phase him, right? And he was still gassed about seeing the Charizard. And stuff. He was like, "Oh my god, let me touch it!" And to see that kind of thing about someone who literally doesn't care about the money side shows that it's still a cool card.
Exactly, yeah. So imagine like someone who knows what it is, even more so.
Someone who like someone like me, I'm not buying this set. I'm not spending 12 grand on cards for this. Like, I'm even more gassed. I'm like, I can't afford this. I can't go and buy this. So seeing it is still sick.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like. That's why, like, that's why I'm so protective, because I know for a fact if JJ rips my card, he will pay me the money, whatever it's worth, or whatever I want.
But how are you getting it? How are you getting that card?
Exactly. I can't just go back and find another one available, because that's one gone now. I may find another one, and then realistically, if he rips his card, gives me like say 20 grand or something stupid like that.
Sorted.
I can go buy a new one, but I would still rather him not rip that card.
Yeah.
I don't know why,
this is someone's collection as well.
And I know the backstory. After I spoke to the guy on eBay, you know, that's when I knew. When I spoke to him, I was like, this guy's a real deal, because he was like, I'm really reluctant to sell this. He's got his own personal reasons why he's selling this, to try and afford something really important to him. So I'm like, this guy is selling it for a reason. He loves the cards, and he actually said that his son watches my channel as well, which is a nice thing to know. That he's like, I'm happy these are going to you. He's like, I'm happy I can now see them on YouTube as well. I can still live through. My cards I will now see on your channel.
Yeah,
he'll see me submit these to PSA. He might feel good or bad, but at least he sees them.
Hope he subs to Graded Gem.
Come on, name is Jamie. So Jamie, if you're watching, let's go. See, I keep saying though, I wish he messaged me. So if anyone's out there,
I'll buy them all.
If anyone's out there looking to sell cards, message someone you see. Message Connor, message Tom, message me, because it's easy.
Don't message me. I won't buy them.
But you may put them in.
I can't afford them. It's that simple.
May forward them to Connor. But just because like eBay like takes 10%, right?
Yeah, 10%.
Yeah.
You never know who it's going to go to. You never know if they're going to refund it. You never know what's going to happen. So
yeah. Actually, unless you've got PSA 10 Radiant Collection, then message me.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. Also, or just grade it. Just keep the cards and grade them.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to sell them to us.
Yeah, I'd prefer if you did, but grade your cards, why not?
There are some crazy kind of collections that people will still have. Not collections like this where people obviously have full sets of all 13 sets from like the What's the era, but people will have their cards and they'll be like, oh yeah, I just remember.
I think a lot of people, they've been locked at home, haven't they? They've gone through the attics, they've gone through the garage, and they've found these old sets, and they've checked them up on eBay, and like they can just have a random Mew, and it's worth 250 quid, and they must be like, what? Seriously?
Exactly, yeah.
And that's for like a cheaper card.
Yeah.
Some of the cards from like when we were kids now, like if you had those shiny cards, the hollows, what we all called shinies as kids, they're worth a lot of money. I think depending on the set,
the
and the
value
quality,
in the collectible scene at the moment is desensitized. Like people are not looking, like you just drop 12k on it, and I don't think you're like, oh no, that's so much money. Like I don't think people are worrying so much about the money side of things. And I guess that's just going to push the hobby further and further and further.
But like you imagine you're not in the scene, and you go, you've watched like a video on Randolph's channel, and then you go over to his Pokemon channel, and you're like, oh, I got some Pokemon cards. You grade it, and then all of a sudden you know nothing about the scene, and you've got like a grand card. You sell it for a grand. You're like, oh wow, I just made a grand. Yeah. That might not seem a lot in terms of the Pokemon cards, but in terms of just what you've having an extra grand, you're like, oh sick.
Yeah.
What could I buy with that?
That's why it's always like, no matter who you are, there's always going to be a bigger collector than you.
Yeah.
So it's like, at this
unless
point,
you're Connor. Yeah.
That's so not true. They've been doing this all day, guys. It's like, oh yeah, no, it's not true.
Can't relate, unfortunately, guys.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, for like
Connor from Porn Stars. Is what it is. Yeah. All his base set first edition boxes.
Eddie.
All his 500,000 million of them.
Yeah. No, let's keep that Eddie.
We've got a warehouse just down the road, and it's just full of base set first edition boxes. It's not true.
He's selling as if
I would have opened them.
Yeah. Most people invested in evolutions. He just went straight for the
Oh, we've actually got a video coming out where we cracked 25 boxes.
Yeah.
And we only pulled 2 Charizards, so it's mad. But
you see the people out there with like 50 first edition PSA 10 Charizards.
Which like what?
Yeah, and like this is my version of that in my own world.
Yeah.
It's nice to have something that I can like enjoy.
Well, there are definitely going to be people that watch your submissions and stuff because like, well, it's out of the reach for them to get, and that's super cool. Like we watch people open base set first edition booster boxes because it's not in our scope.
Yeah.
Like watching PokeRev open that was like, oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So another reason I like this set as well is because people will be watching this right now who on my channel who are inspired by what I'm trying to get. So I'm sure when I was opening Hidden Fate, someone was trying to get a Hidden Fate set I was. People watching your collection might start now looking for the Radiant collection, or they might looking for some Prime cards, from the tins, etc.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, he found out there like pop 4.
Not trying to use like the social media term, but there actually is. We're influencing people to start their collections, which is amazing. In this set here, when I got back into Pokemon, I was watching Gemmin Pokemon collect Skyridge. Like I watched him buy collections and collections of Skyridge, grade them. So like I'm just more inclined to get Skyridge because I've seen someone who is one of my favorite YouTubers, apart from Graded Groudon, both up there. I'm seeing these guys get these cards. I want these cards. I'm saying I want what Gemmin Pokemon's got. Yeah. Why not? So it's part of like childhood. It's just.
I think sometimes some people put negative connotations on it, but actually it's all positive. Like it's all good for the hobby. The more people involved, the better.
I'm happy,
Yeah.
I think if I put 2 pictures on my Instagram within like a week, one would get me hate and one would get me like mad comments. Especially if I did it on Pokemon Instagram. If I had like $100,000, for example, and I went out and bought the Charizard, the base set first edition PSA 10, I put that on. That'd get likes, comments. Everyone would be like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy for you." But if I went out and put, say, like an Audi R8, my dream car. That's what I'd probably do with it.
What, the one on the drive?
Yeah, brilliant. But like, I'll put it up on Instagram. Yeah. But if I put that on, people would be like, well, you could have spent that on Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, well, come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
But then if I put up the Charizard, people would probably be like, well, you could have done that with a house. And it's like, you can't win. You can't win. So just enjoy it. Just enjoy it yourself. And kind of, if people are like, oh, why'd you do that? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. See, I was going to buy, I told you guys before as well, January time or this year, I earned a bit of money. I was like, I want to get some more high-end cards because I've got all my cards that I graded as a kid, and not much more than that. I never really.
Have you got all of them?
I've sold a few of them, unfortunately. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm actually going to start. I'm going to make a video. Where I show all the cards that I sold, including the cert numbers.
Show off your old Instagram account.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to react to that. But I'm going to hunt them down. I'm going to try and find.
Oh, who's got them?
Yeah, I'll probably. If you're watching this, I mean, you don't know what a certain number is, but I would probably pay more than what it's worth
to get that back.
I pulled it as a kid, man.
You should do it like a series, and you should start another Liam Neeson Taken thing. Like, I will find you.
Randy Dog, the bounty hunter.
Randy Dog, the Charizard. Get your cards back, man.
Literally, I would love that because again, it's like I do care more about the what's the word?
Sentimentality.
That one than the value. I just do.
Yeah.
So I was gonna buy like a first edition Charizard PSA 9. Which was £4,000, you know, at some point this year, I think. You could get maybe a little bit more than that, but I saw like PWCC that they ended up maybe you pay $6, a little bit more, varies. But I was like, you know what, I can get that. That's within reach. In terms of investments, probably one of the safest investments you could ever make in Pokemon. Like the Charizard is the rookie card, right? It's the investment card.
Yeah.
You know, it's a cool card. But I was nervous to buy that. I thought I can't spend that much money on one card. I've always been a person who grades my cards that I've packed. I've never bought cards.
Yeah.
I bought cards.
I do see that.
And now that card's gone to like ridiculous heights and I would have made so much money. But when I come across this Skyrish set that's 12 grand, say, more than the Charizard ever was, triple the Charizard, I'm a lot more comfortable in buying that because one, it's a binder set. If I never grained it, I've still got a binder set I can look through and have joy. Number two, there's more. I've diversified a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like even though not one card is going to be worth that one Charizard PSA 9, I've got a range of different things. It feels safer for me, even though it's not. I'm just a guy that I've always collected sets. You know, that's what me and my mum did. We get sets. We put the cards in the binders.
Yeah.
Taking them out to get graded. I understand that's better for the condition, and that's better for me to look at the end of the day if I want to display them.
Yeah.
But also, it's probably better for the value. I can put like a lesser grade card in the binder.
Yeah.
It still looks as good. If I've got a 10 in that binder, it's probably a waste being in there. I can go and get a naming card and put that in. But me and my mum have always been binder collectors. That's what we do. Even when new sets come out, I still have. The reason I collect modern sets is because of the feeling I had as a kid.
Yeah.
So if I can go and buy like if I can go buy like a Skyrish set that's complete, I've just like completed a collection in one go.
Where's your limit? Like for example, in the future, even if like money goes up, is your limit kind of endless? Will you buy everything? Will you be like, I want to open a base set first edition box, or will you be like, no, I think that's kind of, I want to go for my favorites from that side.
I'm not really a box kind of guy.
You're not a box guy. So you're just going to collect, like, if someone told you a complete collection of base set first edition, would you go to that kind of extreme?
For sure, yeah. Because, for example, the booster box, we just saw I think it's ended now. We saw a Skyrish booster box selling on eBay that was opened. It's like, last time I saw it was like 22 grand in pounds. It opened. Like, they could have weighed the packs, they could have done whatever they want to do with these packs.
Yeah.
I've just bought the entire collection of that box in one go for 12 grand, like half that is. So you can't get a full collection if you buy the booster box for 25 grand. Yes, that's like an investment piece going to go up or down or whatever, but I've got all the cards. So in my mind, I've just got an absolute deal in terms of that. You know, because it's just...
Well, you could have got a booster case of Skyridge, and there's no guarantee you would have got all those cards.
Yeah,
like, at least
I don't think you would. I just straight don't think you would.
No, odds aren't, especially the reverses.
Well, that's 36 packs, right? Yeah. And that's times 6. Like, how many reverses is there? You only get one reverse per pack, right?
Yeah.
So, odds on that was slim. Yeah. Like, slim.
So it's just like, for me, it's like if I could afford it, it was like a no-brainer because of my enjoyment, because of where I value the set, where I see the booster boxes being at, you know, all this stuff. But yeah, to answer your question in terms of my limit, I set a goal to myself on Twitter that I want to get like $1 million in Pokemon cards by like 5 years.
Yeah, that's
because to me, like, I would rather, I don't know, like, see, like, JJ's got his goals of like being whatever he is, you know, he wants to earn this much money, or he wants to be this boxer or this musician. I don't have many goals like that. I've never made music to like make money.
I like how you've gone from I don't really have any goals to I want $1 million worth of Pokemon cards. So that is a good, like, I like that.
And I feel like if I have that goal, I will. I'm not, like I said, I'm not very good at buying cards.
Yeah.
I'm a window shopper. I look at cards. I think I want that card, but I'll never buy it. I looked at the Charizard, never bought it. I sold my cards for that reason. I'm thinking the money is probably worth more than the card. Whereas if I set my goal, I want $1 million in Pokemon cards. It's gonna push me to want to invest more, which means that I'm gonna collect my goals. I'm going to hit my goals by default. You know what I'm saying?
Does that also motivate you to work harder? Like whatever, like say if it's your music or like your Pokemon stuff, does that make you go, well, I need to do this because I want the money to do this and put it there?
Yeah, I've bought this set here. 12k, that's a lot of money. For anybody, that's a lot of money. So now after this, I'm like, you know what? I need to start posting more videos, more music, so I can fund stuff like this. Because like, again, my music stuff, I've never done it for the money. I've done it for the enjoyment of music. Yeah. Whereas Pokemon, I've got an enjoyment for it as well, but it's expensive.
But yeah, well, you say about that $1 million thing. How proud will you feel when you have those complete sets, and you'll be like, "Wow, look what I've achieved."
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think that it's really difficult to get that feeling from elsewhere.
Yeah.
I find that in collecting so much. Like, I'd never sell my collection because I'm like, look at that. Look how I've achieved that. Look how I've
that's what it
purchased that. The race, all of that. I love it, and I think that's the way that you've obviously started. Well, not started, but you're going with your Skyridge set for sure.
Yeah. The trouble is now because I have put these on the internet and put the price on there, the people who message me trying to sell my sets are like asking for ridiculous
I'll give you I want 50,000 for my Roaring Skies complete master collection.
Shaman.
Yeah.
the one Shaman. It's like I've seen some crazy stuff, but you know, you always do find that like diamond in the dirt. So I'm always like, if you do message me, or I'm always like willing to look through it, you know.
No, it's good, man.
But I'm just like, again, to answer the question, I'm a sucker for sets. Yeah. Like, you know when you said why would you buy a raw?
No, I am.
I would buy this more than I would buy like one single raw card. I would never buy. I would never buy this Charizard on its own. I don't think.
I'm a set collector in that. Like all my Delta Species Primes, they're all sets. Like I like to have the numbers all together. And you know, if it was up to me, I'd have all the certs being exactly.
I was about
the same.
to say, what would be the most valuable thing in the world? Would that be having a complete set in cert order?
Oh, I'd love that.
That'd be like a dream.
That's what I was trying to do with Hidden Fates. I was trying to get all the Shiny Vault sets in guaranteed 10s to my eye, then send them. Because imagine having like sequential. It'd be insane.
Can you imagine you miss one though? Do you have to just resubmit all 97 or whatever it is again?
Yeah, you should have to do it again. So my gym challenge set is that it's not all 10s, but it's sequential in order. Apart from I think Blaine's in challenge, right?
Blaine's Moltres?
No,
Blaine's Charizard.
Yeah.
Sorry, just
Blaine, yeah.
I couldn't send it in.
That existed.
It's got a scratch on the back, so I didn't send it in. So everything apart from the Blaine's in order. And I kind of wish like that's why, again, to go back to it, this card here is not going to get a 10 or a 9. It's gonna get, you know, what does the crease take it down to? You guys
probably a 6.
Literally, yeah. But I want to send it all in one go in order because I want that cert number to go. Ding, 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 ding.
Are you gonna go in like set order, then reverse order, then the crystals, or how do you think you're gonna do it?
Hollows then crystals, right?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, hollows then crystals. And probably what I'll do is I'll send the hollow crystals together.
Yeah, and then the reverses together.
Yeah, and then I'll come back with you guys, and we'll get the hollow reverse hollows done. I've not even looked at those properly, so they may be better condition than the hollows. You never know.
I love the reverses. I must admit, from E series,
reverses look so good.
They do look great.
Is it the Blastoise that I like, the half swimmy one?
That's the Expedition.
But like all of those artworks, I think E series had the best kind of because was it the first set of reverses? E series?
Yeah. What? Oh no, you had Legendary Collection reverses, of course.
Oh yeah, but they're not reverses. They're fireworks.
They're fireworks.
Like, that doesn't count as a reverse to me. That counts as
I mean, they are, aren't they?
A lot of people don't like those cards, but again, watching Gem Pokemon, he went after this heavily, didn't he?
Oh
but I think he's going from because he likes the way they look, and that's everyone's opinion. But I think mainly because he knows the fact that these are gonna get a ridiculous amount of scratches. If I can get an entire 10 set,
they're so sick. They look so good. But try recording submissions of them. Like you go blind. Like if you have a studio light on one of those things, your eyes hurt afterwards.
For sure. I mean, you guys should do a video, a trading card talk on the Typhlosion card that I love, and a lot of people are now like trying to get the 10 in.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that like, you know, everyone wants that card because of how hard it is to grade. That's the goal. It's not even the card's a great card.
That's an interesting point. What like people when they have like full collections, they seem to send in the cards first, that hardest to grade. Which I always don't get. I'm like, right, send in the easier stuff and then build up to it. But everyone does the opposite.
Or just send it all in. Because payment plans at Graded Gem.
Yeah, you can do that. But I mean, I always find like people always send in the hardest cards to grade, and they're gonna get 8s or 9s instead of the 10s.
And they get so demotivated.
I think it's because of the fact that it's worth more money at the end of the day.
Yeah, okay.
Like if I send in my Typhlosion rather than my Blossom. I mean, Blossom.
Blossom's Neo Genesis. Yeah,
but maybe that's like sought after, right? I think I saw a
Jumpluff. Go with Jumpluff.
Yeah, I saw one of. I think it's Blossom in Black Label. Is it Pristine 10? I was like sort of ridiculous amounts.
I don't know. I've only heard of PSA. So
what? I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying I don't know why. I'm saying I don't know why. That is
Neo Genesis as a whole is such a big set right now. Like we were talking, the population is mega hard to get. There's no someone's selling a first edition booster box actually for €18,000.
That's not too bad. I don't think that's too bad.
Tom, do you want to just get your...
No, because we said just that Skyridge is worth like, what, 22k for an open box? If that's a sealed box for 18k, I don't think that's too bad.
But you pull them out, the damage, they're just not 10s.
And I remember 3 years ago, that was like $5,000.
Yeah, but don't open the box.
I was trying to persuade the Sidemen to buy a box to open. So I was looking at all the prices, and I was like, 5k, that's doable for them. And then like now it's 18.
They should definitely do it. They should do a Sidemen Sunday where they just flip or rip a first edition box.
Oh, nah.
Oh,
painful.
Painful.
If you create flip or rip content or enjoy it, I actually hate you.
So guys, next video we'll be doing with Randolph is a flip and rip. We'll do it with Connor's tins as well.
No, we won't.
I can't even rip a common. You know, if I get a common at a booster pack, it's got a bend in the corner. I'm fuming.
What? You ripped a card?
Yeah, I did.
You ripped a Kyogre.
Mr. Kangaskhan's Kyogre, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but because we opened booster packs and it was just randoms, and for some reason I always get the Kyogre, so I was like, nah, sod this, and I was ripped it.
I mean, you did get permission from him first.
I had to hesitate, you know.
Yeah, he was like,
when you realise you're like, they sent my card.
And then he was like,
oh,
do
no.
it.
Yeah, so he did allow me to do it. But yeah, that was good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there are certain cards that you can definitely rip. I think so.
Yeah, Pansear, Pansage, I'll rip them. They shouldn't exist.
Nah, for me it's that Galarian Berserker, man. Hate it. I hate it so bad.
Oh, yes.
Or, right, I don't care if I opened a fossil pack. If I owned it, like if I could do it. If I opened a fossil pack and I got the bloody Lapras, should not have teeth, man. It stresses me out so bad. Don't like it.
Yeah.
I think it's my most hated WotC card.
Which one?
The fossil from
You
Lapras
also
from Fossil.
I saw you guys hating the Steelix from the new Sword and Shield. The full art.
The teeth.
Yes, that card's insane.
It's cool, man, but the teeth stress me out. It's so British.
The colours, man, on the back of the
Tom just doesn't like teeth on Pokemon.
Yeah, I think that's what. I don't think I like poker teeth.
Teeth.
Yeah. Not pokey teeth, just poke teeth, like poke round.
Like poke round, yeah.
But no, I think that's been like it's been a weird and wacky trading card talk. We've talked about everything as always. We always try and have a topic.
Yeah.
We never stick to it, so we do apologise.
I think we talk about when us three do these videos, they always turn into the same video after a while.
Yeah. Hidden Fates.
Yeah, we just went on to a whole different thing. Yeah.
Hidden Fates in the title now. So I mean, it's views.
I can't even to come back just for views. I don't think I've pre-ordered enough boxes for that.
Order more.
Yeah, I might have to. It's just space. I've got no space.
Question is, will Hidden Fates reprint be bigger than Champions Path?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa,
That's
so
not
definite.
even a question.
So definite.
It's not a question.
So definite. That's
the
brilliant.
Charizard will matter. The pin collections will barely sell apart from people who want the badges. And everyone will just be going, oh, I'm going to spend money on Hidden Fates because that's the way to go. It's got the cooler cards. It's also stuff that's like GXs. We don't have GXs anymore.
Yeah. Set-wise, it's the best by far.
Yeah.
But literally, that Elite Trainer box with the black design and the golden Charizard VMAX.
Okay, yeah. That's
even without opening that, you can see, I see someone having a sealed collection of that just to look at.
I think people will have an acrylic box for that Elite Trainer box.
You know, a lot of people now, you guys have got this for content, right?
Yeah,
very background. Much. But people have this now for fun. You know,
yeah.
A lot of us like Pokemon nerds out there, Star Wars nerds, they have display units of their favorite thing, of their like old Game Boys. I can see someone having a box of that Champions Path to just look at. 50 quid for a box to just look at. That's like it's not that bad, you know. You can get posters for more money
considering
than that.
you've just spent like 12k on cards to look at, someone spending 50 quid, that's a lot more reasonable than spending a car.
You've got a really nice Charizard promo inside. Those two things alone, I can see why it's hyped.
Yeah, for sure.
If the set comes out and it's trash, I think you'll see people just not open it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've spent 50 quid on this box. Calm, it looks good on my wall.
And and the Charizard V's in there, the full art, it's pink, is it? Purple, pink or purple? And it looks so nice. Like that is, I didn't think pink would work with Charizard.
No,
but it does.
Yeah,
it really does.
Literally, I think the one card that we're going to be waiting for in Sword and Shield is the you've seen like the gold cards, like the Berserker and stuff. There's going to be the gold shiny Charizard. Yeah.
When that comes out, everyone will be running for it. Everyone.
Yeah.
Apart from like,
what if it's in Champions Path?
Yeah, I really hope the Charizard's not playable. Because I don't want to see because there will be a bling player who has that gold Charizard, and that will make me sad. Like I'll just see people going bang with a gold Charizard, and I'll be like, oh no, that'll make me sad.
Yeah, for sure.
But I still will rip Lapras. So just saying. But I think that's it for today's trading card talk. Make sure to go check out Pokérand and Randolph and Randolph Pokemon and Randolph Get. You got so many channels, mate.
Yeah,
there's so many channels to shout out there.
Gotta make more soon.
Oh. But yeah, do you want to spoil it? Do you want to spoil what you're doing?
No, it's not a channel. I'm just joking.
Oh, okay. Whew. But as always,
Pokérand. I did want to start a channel of my store where I just literally it's like a minute video showcasing the boxes. Like,
do it.
This is what you can do. This is what you can buy. Man, do it.
Do it. Yeah. Subscribe to it, and then as always, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care. Peace.